Welcome back to PTL on this Tuesday morning. So, do you wear a mask when you go out of the house? What about your children or your elderly parents?
Yeah, it seems some people just won't do it, even though we're all supposed to. So what can you do to get your teens and aging parents to comply?
Or what do you say to someone who approaches you too close without a mask on and it makes you uncomfortable? We wanted to bring in parenting expert Dr. Debbie Gilboa, or Dr. G as we like to call her, with some solutions to these problems and questions. So, Dr. G, how do you get a teenager who often doesn't want to do anything that's not cool? How do you get them to wear a mask?
So parents actually have a lot of practice getting our teenagers to do things that teenagers think are unnecessary or maybe even stupid in their point of view. And so liken this to wearing a seatbelt in the car. You don't have to like it. You just don't have a choice about whether you do it, because your safety and the safety of others really come into play. One of the things I tell parents to tell kids who don't want to wear a seatbelt is it's not only about my driving, it's about other people that we don't know and they're driving. So now this is about your health, but it's also about the health of people that you don't know and about their comfort, because you don't know what you don't know about other people. So if you go to the park with a friend and you guys are hanging out too close to each other or not wearing masks, you don't know if the person who's walking down the path, if they just got out of the hospital and are getting treated for cancer and they're wearing a mask and it's the first time they were told they could go out and take a walk and enjoy the weather or the sunshine, and now you're giving them tons of anxiety or putting them at real risk.
Yeah,
That's such a great way to compare it to a seatbelt.
I agree. Yeah, and at what age should children start wearing masks?
We don't recommend it for kids under 2 because anything you put in their range, as you guys know really well, they will try and eat. But for kids over 2 who are neurotypical, because definitely there are kids on the autism spectrum and other kids with special needs who would not be able to manage this. And we want to talk to kids, neurotypical and neurodiverse kids, about seeing people in masks, because just like kids go through a phase where seeing, the pirate parrot can be really frightening, seeing anyone, no matter how much their eyes are smiling or how well-intentioned they are, seeing people in masks can be really scary for kids.
Dr. G, I want to go back and talk about our aging parents too. I think for the most part, adults are understanding the importance of wearing our masks and the benefits to both us and to others. But how do you get another adult to wear a mask?
And that's a really good way to put it. It's another adult, because age doesn't really matter. How do you get another adult over whom you think you have some sway or some influence to do this? And really, it's in 3 ways. We always want to express empathy. Hey, what are you feeling when you think about wearing a mask? What keeps you from it, or what makes you feel like it's not a good idea? Because often people aren't wearing it, Heather, for some of the reasons you described, how you want people when you went to the drive-thru to be wearing a mask and gloves, but it's frightening or unsettling or makes you think about things you'd rather not think about.
Yeah.
So having empathy, gratitude for whatever they are doing that's keeping them safe and other people safe. I appreciate that you've been not going to the store yourself, even though it was so much easier, and letting me go and get your groceries, whatever that is. And then using a lot of I statements. I'm having trouble sleeping because I'm worried about your health and your safety, and I'm so looking forward to getting back together when we can. Would you be willing to do this for me, for my sake?
Yeah, that's good. What about when you're in the grocery store and you're in line and people are just getting too close to you? And
all up in your business.
Yeah, all up in your business, and you don't want to be rude, but what do you say?
So in the similar fashion, empathy. Probably this person is not wearing a mask either because they haven't seen something that convinces them that it's helpful, which it absolutely is, or they can't afford one, they don't have one, they ran out to get something and they didn't have time before they have to be at work to go back home and grab their mask before they come in. So let's not assume that they're doing it out of malice. So empathy for, hey, I'm just going to assume in my manner and my tone of voice that you're doing the best you can, and a little bit of I statements. Hey, listen, I would be so much more comfortable if we could stand just a little bit further apart. If you have a reason, that you're willing to share, I'm going home to somebody who's really medically vulnerable, and I just don't want coming to the grocery store to have been a dangerous thing. So if you don't mind, I'm going to be a lot more comfortable if we can be a little bit further apart. Please help me.
You have such a good way of phrasing things. Such composure.
It's not all the things we might want to say.
Right.
I have lots of things I want to say, but these are the things I think are most likely to work.
Well, I think that, and you were kind of touching on this a little bit, even with my drive-through story, is we all have feelings about this,
Right.
and how it's making us feel. And she was just talking a little bit about some of those. So, how do we deal with those even in ourselves?
That empathy that you would have for someone else that I have for you, Heather, I need to have that same empathy for myself. I have to understand that this is hard and new and different, and we have visceral reactions to masks, to illness, to getting near people, to staying far away from people, to not hugging people, like Mikey was saying. So we have this feeling, and accepting that and having space for that and still doing the right thing. Right. Just like with our kids, we can have empathy for their anger or frustration or sadness and still have boundaries for their behavior. We have to do the same thing for ourselves.
That's good.
Great
Heather, you have to be good to yourself.
Thank you so much, Dr. G. She always has amazing advice. And you can look for more advice from Dr. Debbie Gilboa, parenting expert, author, family physician, and regular PTL contributor on her Ask Dr. G website. You can look for that link at pittsburghtodaylive.com. And she was mentioning some people may not be able to afford a mask. If you are in the city of Pittsburgh, we reported this earlier this week at the Pittsburgh police zones. There's 6 of them and then 2 substations. They actually have put free masks in their newspaper boxes outside of the police station. So if you're in the city limits and you need a mask, they're available for you for free.
Great information.